that, we end our Magic the Gathering chat, and we are live. We are Dances with Kobolds, and tonight we are playing Storm King's Thunder for Extra Life. So if please consider donating to Extra Life, and we have our personalized link, whatchamacallit, in the doobly-doo down below. Also, we are part of the Heroes Wanted Gaming Network, which again, there's a link to our Discord in the doobly-doo down below. Please consider joining us. And with that, we're playing Storm King's Thunder, and tonight I am joined by...
First off, I love how you always say doobly-doo, but hi everyone, I'm Tara. I'm playing Sasta Trodair, the Drugar Paladin of Vengeance.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Gerald Rockefeller Dodge, the Bard Life Cleric.
I'm Patrick. I am playing Pimble Nugget Forbath, a divination wizard, and these are my portents. A 5 and a 10.
A 5 and a what?
5 and a 10.
Not bad.
Oof. I am Brendan, and I am playing Heracles, son of Torm, the human zealot barbarian.
And lastly, I am Lorne. I am playing Hungol Stunja, Goliath Rogue.
Thank you all for joining me today. Where we last left our heroes, they used the conch. Did I say it right?
Conch.
The conch.
Pretty sure it's pronounced conch.
Oh my god. We're gonna pick one and move on. The conch.
The crustacean shell.
The crustacean shell.
Not a crustacean, it's a mollusk.
Oh my god, the bivalved mollusk.
No, that's
Not
clam.
a bivalve, that'd be clams. They are mollusks.
Or oysters.
Oh, look at
The
Brendan.
teleportation thing.
Yeah,
We used the teleportation thing. We can all agree on that.
Actually, it was
When
more
does the
of an
Tarask arrive,
astro-
Stephanie?
In about 2 minutes. And Cthulhu and Power Armor behind him. But, yeah, so you use the, to teleport to the Storm King, the Storm Giant King's lair. Which is under the sea, do-do-do-do, under the sea, do-do-do-do. There, you came upon a concert, for nobles being put on by 2 of King Hecaton's daughters. I believe it's not, Nim and Mirian. Playing a living crab organ and, yeah, playing a living crab organ.
Sebastian, no!
It wasn't Sebastian, don't worry.
Okay.
It's another dire crab thing.
Ah.
It was Sebastian's emotionally stunted brother.
Here it is. Finally found it. They greeted you and said that their younger sister is in charge of the castle while their father has been indisposed, and sent you to guest quarters under guard. After that, a stone giant noble, upon hearing that you've been sent here by the great oracle, came and questioned you about your intentions, and then decided to help you because he didn't trust Mirian and Nim. Putting you all in his pocket, he snuck past the guards and allowed you to entreat with Sarissa on the worm skull throne. I think I have a picture of that.
So does she have to hit the crab to play it? Is that what the 2 sticks are?
Yes. It's like a... There it is. I couldn't find this last week, but then I found it. The Worm Skull Throne.
Oh, worm as in W-Y-R-M.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Not very sea-themed.
Those are blue dragon skulls.
Yeah.
Those
and-
are from the desert, aren't they?
Yes, in fact, there is a whole backstory to the Worm Skull Throne. Apparently it was originally built by some lost dwarven civilization, whose name has been lost to time. But then it was found and bought by Sarissa's mother for her husband, King Hekaton. She had it magical. This is all in the lore, by the way.
So its history is we bought it.
Yes.
They're flea market people.
At great expense, so it wasn't the flea market. This was like an auction house.
Well, why not like a bobbit worm throne? Because that's kind of sea-themed.
A what?
You know those worms that have the big old jaws that cut things in half?
No.
Those.
No, I can't. No one else can see your screen, honey.
I'm not pointing at anything. I described them. There's not much more to them.
Oh. But anyway, yes, so this is the Worm Skull Throne. I mean, that's floating in the air above you. I mean, it looks pretty badass.
Kinda tacky.
How big are those skulls? Are they like adult dragon skulls?
Remember in Game of
Ancient
Thrones?
dragon skulls?
They're ancient dragon skulls. Like, remember in Game of Thrones when Arya's hiding in the dragon skull? Bigger.
No, I don't. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
What is wrong with you? Anyway. Can't judge.
Neither
can't
have I.
judge. Oh, but
I love how we heckle Steph her entire introduction.
Oh, but it's a tradition at this point. Anyway, you talk about how you're brought here by an oracle. You tell your backstory, and you let them know that King Hekaton isn't dead. And with that, the counselor over here, Isa, basically lets it slip that by saying, well, we shouldn't trust these small folk, for they very well could be the same people that abducted your father. And then Pimble was like, wait, 1 second here, wait a moment. Pulling his best Columbo, was like, I never mentioned abduction. She then revealed herself to be the blue dragon Imrith, and in a flash...
Totally didn't do so via a token.
Totally didn't do so via a token. I mean, yeah.
I mean, good reference with Columbo.
Columbo.
Timely.
Yes. So, yes, where was I? Yes, grabbed the necklace off of Sarissa that controls the Worm Skull throne, and then disappeared in a flash. Sarissa is now petrified upon the Worm Skull throne, and has asked you to please find where her father is and get the token back from Lady Imrith. Or the evil dragon Imrith. And with that, the Oracle said she would have something in her possession that would lead you on the right path. And with that, she gave you this small token of a wooden coin with a picture of a golden goose on it. Heidi?
Cat attack.
Cat
You
was going
didn't
to-
give us that either.
Oh. It was up on my screen. Okay, hold on. I think I better not be crashing. Oh, here we go. A wooden coin with a golden goose on it. Now, Gerald, being the wandering rock band and nobleman that he is, did some thinking and realized it was to the Grand Dam, a pleasure barge / gambling house that is docked in Yatar. And that is where we ended our session. With this information, what do you do?
Start tuning my guitar.
How do we get to the Grand Dam?
Imperator Uthor says that within the temple, he can teleport you almost anywhere within the world of Faerun. So if you wanted to go directly to Yartar, you may do so. You also still have an airship, maybe. What did you do with that before you came here?
We teleported away from it.
Yeah, that's where we left.
Yeah,
So
where
I guess
did you park it is what I'm saying.
We didn't.
I
think we went
suppose
back to
the
the
last
slaves,
place we would
got them, and then
yeah.
ran.
We took the slaves back to the Dwarven city, and then teleported from there.
Before they could ask us where their
Yes,
servant was.
slave.
Oh yeah, the slave. He was a slave. We had to free him.
I thought it was a she, but
And it's an
Fire
elementals.
fire elemental. They don't exactly have sexes, let alone gender. As far as
well,
we're
the
aware,
Afriti
anyway.
do.
Anyway,
How
so yeah, we left it
fancy
with
is
dwarves.
this gambling establishment? Do we need to,
Well, we're gonna need to
be dressed properly?
We're gonna need to get you a suit. We're gonna need to get you underwear and a suit. And Hongo, I can't remember what Hongo's wearing.
Hongo's wearing just sort of dark velvet attire, with sort of
Good
a
enough.
dark leather armor. Basically, he looks like an assassin from Assassin's Creed, except wearing black.
All right, so he's gonna point at everybody and say, "Bath, bath, 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 suit, 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 suit. Let's go."
I prefer this.
And where are you going to bathe?
Oh, wait. I hear something. Just now.
I don't think
Yes,
that baby
yes,
oil you're
Lord.
putting on yourself is fancy enough.
What is it, Lord? What do you want me to say to your people? Your dad says wear the damn suit.
I don't think he said that.
Oh, yes, I will tell him how disappointed you are as he looks up.
Are you doing this in the chamber in front of everyone?
I suppose.
How loud is it when a giant face palms?
Very loud. And in fact, Braxel, your storm giant noble friend, kind of just chuckles. And they say, well, we can help you with the bathing, and we could get your clothes laundered. I'm sure, we used to do Miriam's baby dolls. I'm sure the laundresses could fix something up.
Could we do? I think we're gonna need 4 matching white suits, black pants, red bow ties. You guys are gonna be
Why
my
white?
backup band.
No.
I have a question. Would you be able to furnish us with any special goods to assist us on our quest?
Well, what do you need?
4 white suits, 4 bow ties.
It's more. Is there anything from their treasuries that we could particularly, engage with that would give us an advantage in the given future?
Are you looking for something in particular, or?
Just something that might help.
I have this axe here. It's very good at killing things that
Helping?
aren't dragons. Do you have anything that's good at killing dragons?
Well, are you okay, out of character?
Are there any magical items that they are willing to furnish us with to help us on our journey?
Well, is there anything in particular you want, and I can say you get it? There's no, Oh, here we go. There is a treasury list. Most of it's just jewelry, though. Silks, saffron. It says... magic item table G for random items.
You can't roll on.
Which I can't roll on. So take a gander at magic item table G and see if there's anything you like. Oh, and table D as well.
Well, table D is all potions and scrolls.
Oh, would you like a potion of storm giant strength?
I would love one, except for the fact that it wouldn't
we take
unlock, and we couldn't keep it.
Yeah, there's no real point in asking.
We
for
don't
anything
need
extra.
anything. We're fine. kill this
hold
dragon
on,
without
hold
any
on.
issue.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so Heracles,
Gerald,
don't hit him when he checks your inseam.
excuse me, nobody is going to check my inseam. And Heracles will elbow Sasta. What's an inseam?
She just kind of motions to like the inside of your leg, like from like the bottom of her foot all the way up.
Okay.
Some people can mess with my inseam.
Sasa just kind of like arches her eyebrow at you, like what?
Okay, so
All right, let's shine a turd.
all right, so I am on item table G. There's figurine of one. There's weapon plus 2 weapons. Shields plus 2. Rope of entanglement. I'm just kind of going off some random stuff here for you guys.
That's only going to work for tonight, right? We won't be able to unlock it.
Yeah, we don't unlock anything like this.
So let's not worry about it and just keep going.
Okay.
That's fine. We're more than equipped.
Shield plus 2 sounds nice, but yeah, if we can't keep it past tonight, no point.
All right.
I mean, in
Heracles
theory,
will-
I think most of us can almost purchase a shield plus 2.
Oh, as I am looking through everything, I actually found something for Pimble. The Imperator will go. Oh, wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, you look like the spellcasting type, right? What was your name, Pimble?
Yes, it is. It is Pimble. I'm certainly I am a user of magics and other fine implements.
Oh, here, and he will give you these copies of these rocks that have runes on them, Dwarvish runes on them that act like pages of it acts like a spell book. It says, and you can now, if you have obviously the money and the downtime days, inscribe anti-magic field, conjure elemental, fabricate, legend lore, and stone shape.
Oh, I got the fabrication covered.
Ooh. Oh, this is fantastic. Thank you ever so much. Oh, I am deeply humbled and may I
Honored.
say that this makes me just truly stomached and honored for your gift. Thank you ever so much.
He understands you, your old-timey slang, and just smiles at you.
All right.
Steph, does this say pick an item from that table or roll?
Roll on magic item table G in chapter 7 of the Dungeon Master's Guide for the first item, and on table D for any other items. In fact, most of these, as I'm kind of going through it now, it's either art objects or roll on.
Yeah, none of the table stuff outside of very specific ones are AL legal anymore.
Yeah, which I mean, I would have preferred that they had said instead select, either one of these items or, select an item from this table. Like table G has a bunch of stuff, but none of it's too overpowered.
Yeah, so far it's been like roll your boat, even though it's illegal. Yeah, another roll on. There's an armory of giant-sized armor, but you can't use that.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, let's
I will
Let's
double
talk about our
check.
plan.
Yeah, what is your plan? I will go through and look some more, but what is your plan?
All right. So I have this axe, right? I think we find the dragon and hit her with it over and over again until she stops moving.
Imperator goes, "Ah, that's a clever plan, but where do you think she is?"
Pimble,
Crap.
do you know spell to find hidden being?
No, I can't find hidden beings necessarily. If we get close, I can try and invisibly sort of track them and move through, but I can't just find. I don't have scrying or anything like that.
Imperator will tell you that they have a scrying pool, and they have tried to scry for King Hecaton, pretty much every single day since he disappeared, and it hasn't worked, and no spells have worked.
Well, what
Have
about
you tried to scry for the dragon?
What was that?
dragon? The
The-
dragon that just
Yeah, the
Paradox
one we
here.
just
leader.
outed for you.
Well, I guess they didn't know it was a problem until just now, so probably not.
Well,
Do you have anything that belonged to the advisor?
he'll sit down and he will command 2 guards to immediately search the advisor's apartment. But then, as the guards go out to look at the apartment, 1 second. You see Mirian and Nim rush in and say, or try and rush in and say, "Oh, sister, those guests, they're trying to, attack you." And then all you see is Braxal stare, and the guards staring kind of stupidly at the both of them. And they're like, "Funny."
I'm gonna look pointedly at them, pointedly at all of our weapons in their, respective coverings, and then back at them and just quirk an eyebrow.
And with that, they go, "Oh," you can see the look on their faces. "Oh, we haven't thought our clever plan through."
Please tell me clever was in such big air quotes we could see them.
In fact, that's what the Imperator does that. He says, "Clever, plan through." And they are immediately arrested and put on house arrest.
All right.
So you guys were able to avoid getting murdered.
I was going to say.
Oh, and there is actually a piece of treasure that is specifically called out in this that isn't a roll-on table. It is an apparatus of Qualish.
Wait, what?
We found a
Oh,
crab
Brennan
tank,
sounds
guys.
interested.
That's apparently what it looks like.
Oh,
We
Crab
found a crab
sub!
tank.
crab sub, crab sub. Oh, we get this? Winthrop. No, Gerald's gonna jump on. Oh my god, it's an old crab sub!
It is made for it's gnome-sized.
Oh, what a jip. I'm gonna pick
Pimble,
up.
here you go.
Yeah,
Pick up
we
Pimble
have a
and put him in.
gnome in our party.
I know, but I want to drive it.
Oh, well, let me see if I can figure out how it
Here, let
how
me
it
see it.
operates.
Let me seal you inside. I'll open up the hatch and put him inside and seal it.
Are you claustrophobic, Pimble?
Not at all.
Thank
It'd be
goodness.
really small place to make a gnome claustrophobic anyway.
I mean, this is a barrel with legs, so that's pretty small even for a gnome.
Oh, and there are 6 potions of giant size that is also called out.
So
Well,
we
I'll
each
just
get
take all 6 of these.
Yes. Yes.
We
You
should
can't
split
be
it.
sneaky and giant at the
No,
same
no, no,
time.
no. We should split it between the 3 of us frontline fighters.
Aye.
Yes, you should. Your dad says share.
You can't be sneaky and a giant at the same time.
Well,
But fine.
Sasa doesn't need to be sneaky, so why are you holding it from her?
You can already get big.
Heracles,
Yeah, not giant size big.
You can't be greedy and the son of a god.
That's not true.
Not that of Torm.
Okay, that's true.
Think of what your dad'll do when he finds out how good you've been. He'll build like a model airplane with you, or maybe teach you to ride a bike.
A what?
A bike.
Oh, you'll love it. I'll teach you
what?
how to ride. Turns out I'm your dad.
Aren't you younger than him?
By
Probably.
6 months.
All right.
Heracles is 32.
I usually am basically my characters are the same age as me usually, so let's see. Did I put something?
All right, you know what? This is actually a pretty decent spot to take a quick 5-minute break. I want to think you guys to start thinking about your plan, and we'll be right back.
Aren't we going to a riverboat?
Yeah, this is why it's a convenient
Stopping point between.
No, but what plan do we need to buy a ticket and get on a boat? A boat where I've been.
Well, what are we going to learn on the boat? Do you know who the owner or the leader of this casino is?
Well, this is a clue, and the clue points at the riverboat, so I assume there'll be another clue on the riverboat. Clue. Maybe a blues clue, if you will.
No.
No or yes?
Unfortunately, these giant rocks are not going to be of any use to me. It's going to take me 8 hours to scribe the lowest circle of these spells. So we're not going to have time for that.
Oh, bear back.
So, looking at these potions, guys, they're really good for us frontline fighters. Hell, they're good for anyone who actually uses a weapon.
And they're potions of giant size, so like
Potion of giant size. It's a legendary potion. I haven't been able to find what it would be unlocked on. I don't think it does, but there's nothing that says it doesn't. So when you drink this potion, you become huge for 24 hours
ooh.
if you are medium or smaller. Otherwise, the potion does nothing. For that duration, your strength becomes 25 if it isn't already higher, and your hit point maximum is doubled. Your current hit points are doubled when you drink the potion.
Nice.
In addition, the reach of your melee attacks increases by 5 feet. Everything you are carrying and wearing also increases in size for the duration. When rolling damage for weapons enlarged in this manner, roll 3 times the normal number of dice. For example, an enlarged longsword would deal 3d8 slashing damage instead of 1d8, or 3d10 slashing damage instead of 1d10, when used with 2 hands. When the effect ends, any hit points you have above your hit point maximum become temporary hit points. And then it goes on to list that this potion is pale white liquid made from the tongue of a giant clam with a pungent aroma akin to that of rotting algae. It tastes sweet, however, when consumed.
Ew.
But
Yeah,
24
Sasta.
hours, guys.
Pinball stares longingly at it. I could be big.
You're already
Yeah, but
big
it
in
doesn't
my book,
change the
Pinball.
power of your spells.
Sasta will offer Pinball her potion. Do you want to give it a try, lad?
I mean, there were 6, so there's enough for at least every one of us to have one. Or, as I said, the 3 frontline fighters who go in and actually deal melee damage to have 2 each.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with an apparatus of Qualish.
It's
What
a crab tank.
aren't we gonna do with the apparatus of Qualish?
But just to carry it around, it's basically a big armored barrel.
Mm.
Yeah, but doesn't it have a movement speed on its own? Like
It
if you're in
does,
it?
but it's slow. But the legs can retract inside, I believe.
Well, I have a cart somewhere. We left it at some point. I'm not sure where it went.
It's off with my
steel
goat.
iron barrel that weighs 500 pounds.
That's nothing for Heracles. And
That's a little bit for Heracles.
oh, come on. You can lift it. Show us.
Hang on. For 20. I think I have 20 strength. 18. 18 times 30.
That'll do it. You
I
could
can
push,
push-
pull, or drag it.
Yeah, you can push, pull, or drag it.
Well,
Here
so
you go,
can I.
Hongo.
It's what you use when you do CrossFit.
I don't have to work out for these muscles.
It's-
They are.
To be
Tony,
fair,
those
I can
linebacker
lift
things.
this thing.
Even without the belt?
Even without the belt. Gotta understand, I'm a Goliath. I have twice as much carry
Yeah.
capacity as normal.
All right, so we
Which
tie it
means
to
960
Hongo's back.
pounds.
Hongo now has a crab
Yep.
tank backpack.
Have fun with this, Hongo. I wonder if we could become giant and then chuck it at a dragon.
Let's not say we did.
One sec. I hear Steph was yelling about something up her back.
I'm excited. This will be Pinball's first trip to a gambling establishment.
Sasa's going to see what she can do to sing for some coppers.
This thing moves as fast as us. I guess, well, not fast as us. As fast as you guys. Most of you guys.
Yeah. Like Pinball. And the great thing is, you don't necessarily have to have the hatch closed unless you need it to be airtight. So in theory, you can be riding around in a giant crab tank.
Does it unlock, though, or is it just for tonight?
It's unlocks. It is a purchasable item.
It's unlocked for all of us, but it's a gnome-sized one.
Yes. Which means it's good enough for you. Okay, guys, I'm kind of scared right now.
Why?
The Worm Skull Throne has a space in the initiative order.
Lair actions, probably.
Probably. I know it is a magic item with a lot of stuff.
There's also a story item, so we can't have it.
Sad
Yeah.
face.
No, it isn't.
We don't
Not a
have
story
the
item,
control
But it's also
item.
literally not on the. Yeah, it's nowhere.
What is Chris talking about?
Easter, I think.
Steph was making plans for Easter, except I'm going north, and so is Nabil. Except Nabil is going farther north.
I'm
Mm.
staying south.
Well, it's more. I'm going approximately somewhere between a third to half of the way that he's going.
So how exactly are we getting on this riverboat?
Well, we have a tank that works underwater. Maybe we just sink the boat?
But if we sink the boat, don't we risk killing our potential sources of information?
We just pluck them out of the water. I have a griffin.
How the hell do you have a griffin?
He played in an epic where you get a griffin mount if you play tier 2.
Jelly.
By the way, I highly encourage anyone who gets the chance to play tier 2 of The Redemption of Flam. It is an amazing epic.
I've played tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 was fun too.
Technically speaking, because it is considered a reward, even though it's a story reward, DMing it means you can apply it.
But no, seriously, how are we getting on the boat?
I believe we have a giant who's able to teleport us to the general direction of where that boat is.
And then we just walk on as gamblers.
Gerald does have the correct background, so if we get some fancy clothes, we'll be able to wander on.
All right, here's my suggestion. We walk in, Pimble's the gambler. We're the high roller, I should say. We're his bodyguards and his lackey. And Heracles will look at Gerald.
Who's not here, by the way.
Sasta just kind of like bounces on the balls of her feet and like waves her hand up. Oh! Can I be the bard, the musician? I know lots of good tavern songs.
Sure, just take one of Gerald's instruments.
Okay, and I start rummaging around his pack.
And he's not here, so I can't stop you. Do I have proficiency in music of any kind?
Yeah, do I have proficiency in music of any kind? I don't think so.
Bagpipes!
You have bagpipes?
Oh
I
dear
have
God, save us.
proficiency in bagpipes, and I have bagpipes.
I don't have proficiency in any. Oh man, I don't have any freaking instruments. Interesting.
I have proficiency in gaming sets.
Use the high roller.
Bet.
Abilities. Oh, I have brewer's tools. So I have no proficiency in any music.
I'll be the entertainment.
You're just going to do that thing where you make your pecs dance again, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Sasta likes that thing that makes your pecs dance, but not sure if the riverboat guy will like it.
Can I make a strength performance check? What happened to all of my skills? All of my skills are on the wrong abilities.
Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
So I assume we're all just going to be a distraction while Hongo breaks into the
Yes.
main office or something.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Back, and Steph is coming down in a moment. So what's the plan?
We're all
boat-
gonna be a distraction while Hongo breaks into the office.
I'm going to play the bagpipes.
I'm going to sing
you-
tavern songs.
Can you play the bagpipes?
I can. I am proficient in them.
No, but that doesn't mean well.
I can play the bagpipes.
Well, what songs do you know?
Aside from the bear,
This
the maiden
one.
bear.
And Heracles will start playing the only bagpipe song that he knows.
Which is?
I don't know any bagpipe songs.
What's wrong with you?
The Highlanders March or whatever it is.
Amazing Grace on the bagpipes.
Oh, no, that's not that one. That's not that one. No.
Wait, hang on. I know the one. Let me find.
All right, and with that, we are back. Anyone else back?
Yep.
I believe so.
Yes.
All right, so you guys have the coin to the Grand Dam, and now an apparatus of Kualish.
Kuala Lumpur?
No.
I'm going to throw the keys to it on the first gambling table.
Ooh.
Feel like a real big man.
You guys just want to head straight to Yatar, or wherever you parked your airship, or
Dude, where's your car?
We
Where's your
should
airship?
go on the airship.
Oh,
We
we
would
can
look-
still crash it.
We don't need to crash it, but we would look.
Think of
Like,
the album cover.
We'll crash it into Emerith, but we need it for now. Just because they can teleport us to the boat doesn't mean they'll be able to then teleport us from the boat to. Well, I guess we have the conch.
I believe it's pronounced conch.
Nope,
I
it's
think it's-
conch. It's
Let's
conch.
not start that again.
I think it's chonk, but
Extra
I guess we
chunky.
could always go back and get teleported. I think we should keep the airship.
Yeah, we should go to the airship.
How far away from where we parked the airship to the boat?
Oh, plus we can explore. I had this idea about a musical number where I am Don
3.
Kennard, master
Is
of
it
the
3?
skies.
Don Carnage?
Yes, Don Carnage. That's even better.
Tara, how far away is Citadel Abadar from Yator?
Far.
Yeah. I
Like, how
couldn't tell
far?
you like exact mileages, but it would be a couple weeks. Maybe a month, depending on what if you're walking, yeah, it's gonna take you for fucking ever. If you're
What if
in,
you're flying in an airship?
flying in an airship, yeah, it shouldn't take you too long. It should take you a week or two, maybe. Guitar
What if we
at the yeah.
made it go faster?
How?
Still working on that.
We have a red dragon who wants to see Emerith dead, right?
Yeah, I could totally go faster.
I don't expect the red dragon to carry us on its back, but I think is there a recharge on the conch and on their teleportation?
I'm going to say no.
Well, we go to the airship. We tell the cultists there that we are looking for a way to, or we've in the process of figuring out where Emerith is, and that they should go back to their buddy, their red dragon that they worship, and tell him that if he wants to take her out, he could come help us and to meet us at Guitar.
Well, I have thought. Staff,
Yeah.
there are plenty of giant clams about, right?
Sure.
We have a submarine.
Well, I'm. Would you object to us taking pearls from clams to use as gambling stake to get information?
And they're like, no, not at all. What type do you like? And they give you some pink ones. There's actually a bunch in here. 1 second. Because there's one like worth 500 gold. Oh, he will also give you coral as well. And they have like 50,000 gold worth of coral. But they're only going to give you some of it.
What's the exchange rate?
Oh, there is a clam table. But it specifically calls out.
If you're not.
Oh, he will give you a.
Tables to get.
Okay. He gives you a pink grapefruit size pearl worth 500 gold. He gives you a black grapefruit size pearl worth 5,000 gold. And the other two are magic items. The other one is a violet grapefruit size pearl of power and a clear grapefruit size crystal ball. Is this would that count as a magic item table then?
No, because it's not calling to roll on magic item table X. Even though there is no table X. It's just saying these items are available potentially.
All right, well then you get all of them. Because the magic items you would have gotten, I can't give you. So you now have a violet pearl of power and a clear crystal ball. I'm sure Kimbo would like both.
What type of crystal ball?
It says clear grapefruit sized crystal ball.
What rarity?
It doesn't say.
Grapefruit.
I already have a pearl of power, but the crystal ball sounds delightful.
Yeah, it just says crystal ball, so I'm guessing the
Is there
the
multiple
minimum
rarities
one?
of crystal balls?
There are, and there are multiple types for the legendary one as well. I mean, I don't know this. I haven't planned this at one point. Yeah, so okay, the basic crystal ball is very rare, and then the legendary ones are either one of mind reading, telepathy, or true seeing,
I just said crystal ball, so it's probably the default.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah, it's the
minimum.
default.
which allows us to cast scrying.
Perfect. Oh, Pimble will happily take that.
It does require attunement. However, it doesn't say that it requires attunement by a specific type of person.
Oh.
What, you mean like attunement by an orc, attunement by a dwarf?
Attunement by a
I know.
spellcaster.
I still have a slot open for attunement, so I'm good.
Well, we have it for this session, so do you want to scry on Emerith?
You can try.
I can certainly try. Were the guards able to find anything in her quarters?
No. In fact, there's like basically nothing in her quarters. It's all like it's almost like a hotel room in there.
I'm gonna look for her at her little chair that she was sitting in. Was there anything in her chair?
Nope.
Oh, not even investigation. Just no. Okay.
It's just a chair, Brendan.
Maybe something
What
fell
about-
out of her pocket. Maybe
What
she
about
left some
behind the
scales.
cushions?
One
find-
strand of hair.
You-
That's okay.
yeah.
I will attempt to. I will think about the dragon Imrith, and we've seen her in dragon form, and I will think back and remember that, and attempt to scry on.
Okay, so it's. Is it? Do they have to make a wisdom saving throw? And
With the crystal ball, the DC is 17, and
Yep, that's it.
She
it is.
would not
Yeah,
have
it's a wisdom
modifier?
saving throw.
she rolled a nat 20.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
would you
could
say
have-
that we're familiar with? No, we're not.
It's a well. You're familiar with her, I'm going to say, but this is an ancient dragon. You get the sense that she probably has some sort of ward on herself. Like, she's literally carved spells into her scales. Like, she's probably figured out
Ouch.
a way to not get
Not be
trapped.
scryed on. It's not. I mean, there are very simple spells of non-detection that prevent scrying, so I'm not terribly surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you don't live thousands upon thousands of years and destroy an ancient magical empire to just get easily scryed. Now, you know that it is a blue dragon, so it lives somewhere in the desert. And I think from your like lore roll, you've heard rumors that she felled an ancient civilization. So maybe if you figured out what that ancient civilization was, you would maybe figure out where she's located, or she could just come for you later. Who knows? So, do you guys want to go to Yatar, or do you want to go to your ship?
I think we're going to go to the airship and then fly to Yartar, and on the way we'll probably have our insider give us all the details he can remember about sort of riverboats and gambling and anything else he can tell us that will allow us to succeed there. And
Bessie. I remember Bessie.
Who's Bessie?
This is a channel for Sick Kids Hospital, and it's a great charity, so let's not.
Alright, you guys go back to Citadel Abadar, and you're thankfully just appear on the front steps. You get to the airship. What do you tell them about what's going on?
Everything, right? We have no reason to hide anything from them.
We don't tell them anything because they're our lackeys.
Well, we want them to tell not
Klauth.
Smaug. Klauth, thank you. We want them to tell Klauth and convince Klauth to come help us kill Imerith.
Well, we gotta be careful when we tell them about the elemental. They're not gonna be happy about that.
Well, we'll just say Pimple did it.
No, we'll say
And
the
I'll do
fire
it
giant did
again.
it out of spite in his death throes.
So are you telling the cultists this, or are you telling the dwarves this?
oh, not the dwarves. We're not telling the dwarves that, are we?
No.
We're talking to the cultists on the airship.
Did the cultists want the fire elemental? I don't recall them wanting the fire elemental.
I can't remember. They might have.
We don't need to tell them
No,
about
the
that.
dwarves wanted the fire elemental.
Yes, so we just need to tell the cultists to tell Klauth that we are looking into Imerith's location, and that if he would like to help us end her, to come to Yatar.
The cultists say, we will relay your message to Cloud. He is so awesome, praise be. But they're like, if he doesn't, he's a very busy man or dragon. And, why do the work himself when he can just hire you? And if, you fail, you just, weaken her so he can come by and finish the job.
In other words, he's not going to help.
That's a solid point. That's a solid point. Yeah.
How about you just say that?
But we'll relay the message and maybe he'll give you some information. He is really smart and awesome, Have you ever considered joining up with him?
Oh, we're still thinking about it. We'll let you know.
I'm about a third of the way through Clouthenetics. It's a good book, but it's dragging.
Really?
Oh, but, gotta get to the good part. You're just starting. It took me like 3 or 4 times to truly understand the word of Clouth. Alright, so you guys go to Citadel. Oh, do you tell the cultists that Sarissa's petrified or no?
Would there be a point in telling them?
No, we are not
I don't
telling
see a
them that.
reason.
Good, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not going to
Well-
tell the evil cultists that one of their biggest threats is incapacitated.
Well,
Smart.
we have no real loyalty to the Giants, but yeah, we're not going.
I'd rather have giant problems than Tiamat problems.
Alright, and with that, you head over to Yatar, and it's a pretty uneventful journey. And then you arrive in Yatar early in the morning. You would know, Gerald, that the barge only leaves at night, near dusk, and it does sort of like just a river tour. It does it's the same circuit pretty much every single time, and you come back in... It's like your standard sort of tour boat.
So if we
Because
come
in a
in,
boat.
if we're coming in the morning, we can go over the town, go up the route, look at it during the day, and then come back.
Well, don't we need to
Sure.
go get some proper clothing first?
I know, but while we're up here and we have good light, this is called the golden hour after all. We should take a look and see if the river's changed at all.
The river has not changed course.
Good.
All right. As it's a new day, I will roll my portents for the day.
Oh, that 19.
Mhm.
And not only do you remember your rendezvous with Bessie, you also remember that it has some anti-cheating magic within, run by someone, a woman named Pao Ming.
Yeah, one time I was there, I saw this. Oh, Noble kept screaming his name was Rutherford, get thrown right off the back after cheating.
Was there a red-headed fighter punching him in the face afterwards?
She got tossed off like 2 minutes later.
You know that this also caters to very wealthy guests. Although there's, common cook help staff as well. And that there are, you don't sleep on the boat. It's sort of, you leave at dusk. You're on there for a couple hours. You come back at...
It's a party boat.
It's a party boat. You remember that it has pretty decent food?
Wait, who needs party boats explained?
I do.
Nimble?
I do. I've never been on a party boat.
It's a
Heracles has
boat.
never been on the party boat.
Alright, so imagine a boat with a party.
What? Like if we were all on a boat together?
No, not like an adventuring party, but like a fun party.
Like if we were on a boat together without Gerald?
No, like a fun party.
Yeah, like if we were all on a boat together without Gerald.
Oh, I'm gonna sink that boat.
Oh, and you know the boat is owned and operated by Lord Drylund.
Dryland?
Drylund. Casphere Drylund.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we got to dress up. I have my clothes. You guys need clothes.
I do not need clothes.
You
Are you worried
clothes.
about shiviness?
That's what he looks like.
Heracles, it's very cold out this morning, and it looks like you could cut glass.
I can.
Does he have an octopus familiar?
Also, his name is Lord Dryland, and he owns a boat.
Drylund.
Yes,
And he
but
did-
Dryland.
Well, Gerald would know that he has an octopus pet that he sometimes likes to trot out.
What was the octopus from Finding Dory?
Oh, I can't remember.
Who cares? It wasn't Finding Nemo.
I couldn't remember that movie. Anyway, yeah, so these guys need suits and red bow ties, and they'll be the backup band, and that's how we'll get on. I guess if I was playing there before, we'll head to my previous contact or promoter in the area to try and get a special guest appearance.
All right, who was your promoter?
The promoter was Nosh Munchie, the halfling bard.
And where does this Nosh live?
Well, here in town. He's in a bright, airy home on the corner of Broad Street, which isn't, and Narrow Street, which also.
So, between a narrow street that is broad and a broad street that is wide.
Now you're getting a sense of humor of this town.
You realize I just said a wide street that is wide.
I wasn't listening. I never listen.
Anyway, what was your contact's name again?
Nosh Munchie.
All right, you go to the inn the house where you remember Nosh resided in, and do you knock on the door?
Yes.
All right, you knock on the door and you hear a bunch of grumbles and complaints and who's here so early in the morning?
Does it sound like Nosh?
It does, and a couple other people. And you see a half-naked, very disheveled halfling opening up the door and saying, "Who's here at this ungodly hour?"
Nosh, we're going for breakfast, and I will rush him out the door.
You son of a bitch, you owe me money!
And that's what we're talking about. And I will wrap him in my cloak and hustle him down the street.
I don't have any pants!
Oh, where we're going, you don't need pants.
Unhand me!
I'm not a part of this. I'm going to go find local constabulary to rescue little small naked man. I will be back
Nosh,
in
are you gonna trouble
approximately
him like that?
20 minutes.
Sasta just laughing her ass off at everything.
Pinball just casts minor illusion of a giant leaf over the halfling's groin.
You couldn't give him pants?
She said half naked. That doesn't mean he's not wearing underwear, sort
Yeah, he could
Well-
be shirt cocking it.
But which half?
He's basically in like a...
Is he Winnie the Pooh right now?
He's basically in a
can-
stained
I just
bathrobe
don't-
and
I do not-
towel.
I just don't want to see any twigs and berries. That's all.
You! He turns to you and says, you kid, what's your name?
I'm Pimble.
Do you do other tricks like this? Ever thought of being an illusionist for
He
the
doesn't-
circus?
He does impressions.
Illusions come naturally to me. I'm not really. That is not the school of magic. I prefer divination. I want to know things.
Oh, you're a fortune teller. I got a couple openings for you.
Okay, so as he's getting interested, I will begin to move him towards our usual bar. Let's look at the ingredients list and pick a name for a bar. The Apple Sorbet.
The apple sorbet is your main party joint. It's actually more of a dessert tavern, and it's a cidery actually. And you go in and there's like nobody there. In fact, there's a few people passed out from the night previously, and a bleary-eyed looking waiter just lets you sit down. And Nosh turns to you and says, "Where's my money?"
Yeah, about that. So I need a job.
You come here. Take me out of my residence. Get me out of the bed at this ungodly hour.
Bought you a drink, bartender.
I needed that. Bloody Mary. And, okay, you're looking to pay back your debt.
Oh, totally.
So where's
Maybe
my
even
money?
pay some extra, some interest. I know owe you a lot, but I have this new collection of songs, and I need somewhere to debut it. I have this new band. They are rocking. They are diverse. They are sexy. We have magic tricks. I just need a venue. I need to get back on what was the riverboat's name again?
The Grand Dam.
The Grand Dam.
And what is the name of this little band of yours?
Oh, we are.
Dances with kobolds.
Yeah, I will snap my fingers at
Inspiration!
that.
Double
Yes.
inspiration!
Yes.
I already have inspiration.
I don't care, double!
More.
That was awesome.
Dances with kobolds? What sort of bizarre name is that? None of you are kobolds.
No, that's the thing. People say, well, we're going to go see some kobolds play, but then they see this rip-roaring, rockin' band. Look, we got a Durgar. We've got the Underdark demographic.
Wow.
Goliath, we can go to the mountains. Heracles, we got the crazies, and the ones only in for a body. Pimble does
Apparently
magic,
there
you've seen
are
his
no
tricks.
constabulary here.
Notch would have told you, hey, don't involve the cops. Just don't. Or the constabulary, as you so eloquently put it.
Nosh, don't do cops.
What if they ask nicely?
Like your style. And, alright, turn around for me. And he points to Heracles.
Okay. Heracles turns around, flexes, and then turns back around.
Alright, he's got that. That'll get the ladies and certain gentlemen interested.
Oh, he plays the bagpipe, so you know he blows well.
Inspiration!
Oh my god.
I'll go inspiration too. You're all playing your characters really well. He's like, I see. So you want to be on the Grand Dam, don't you?
Best stage in town.
Even after the Winthrop incident, you remember that, don't you?
Oh, I know it nearly burnt down, but I heard it was reopened.
Well, I'm going to see what I can do, but I'm going to need a bit of a payment up front. You know, just so we have trust again, and make sure you don't run out on me like you did last time.
I
How
can't
much
tell you,
was
my wizard.
old, and how much do you want?
I want I want 1,000,000 gold, but I know that's not going to happen, even with Trust Fund Baby over here.
I crack my knuckles right in front of his face.
Hey, no need to get violent. I was making a joke. Jeez. Is he the
Not
serious one?
in humor mood.
Oh, he's the serious, moody one. He's gonna get all those broody teenagers.
I can see.
That's actually kind of true.
We are totally in
I'm in
sync.
tune.
No. Oh. Oh, the puns.
I will give him that ornate dwarven brooch I picked up somewhere.
All right. Ah, I see, okay. And he'll take out somewhere. You don't know where he comes out with this, but like one of those little jeweler glasses.
You were wearing pants.
I always keep this on nearby. And he'll inspect and goes, okay, this is an interesting down payment. Is there any gentleman that'll be coming to slit my throat? Because you stole it from somebody?
Probably.
Where did we get that? I don't even remember. No, probably not.
All right.
Apparently I'm carrying a chest? Why am I carrying a chest?
I don't know. Why are you carrying a chest?
I weighs 25 pounds. Why the hell am I carrying a chest?
I don't know what's in the chest.
You don't want to know. You guys are gonna have to shake his hands when we're done.
All right. I think I can get you on the Grand Dam. It is a midweek after all. But
Are you saying we're not good enough for the weekend?
No, he's saying it's time for Whopper Wednesdays.
It's a whopper?
We are.
I thought you guys was dances with kobolds.
Figure of speech, you know that.
I know. All right, so we got Mr. Magic Trick, the seeing guy over here, and he points at Pimble. We got Mr. Buns over here, points at Heracles. We got Mr. Broody over here, points at Hongo. And we got the Schmuck, which is you, and who's this fine lady?
That's our Underdark demographic.
Sastus waves and starts breaking out into song. Not very good.
I thought you said...
Backup dancer. She's the backup dancer.
I don't know, roll me a performance check, Sass, to see how well you do.
For the dancing? Okay.
For both, even.
Okay. Performance.
All I can picture is the women singing in the bar in Goldeneye.
8.
And he'll just suddenly get a look of worry on his face.
Oh, no, that's a traditional Durgar dance. Very cultural. Sells well.
Sastus
Deception.
nods.
Deception.
Me or him?
Me, I think, I hope.
Yeah, you.
Oh shit!
Well, I was
Wait, luck.
going to ask,
luck.
can I assist him since I'm agreeing with him?
Yeah, I was gonna
Sure.
say.
Okay.
Sure.
So advantage. That's better.
Yeah. We'll use that instead of luck.
Do you take luck on all your characters?
I do take luck on all my characters.
Yeah, and
Good
then I randomly say something in Undercommon.
Ah, what a beautiful language. And I must say, you're looking pretty fine yourself.
Sass just kind of like steps closer to Hercules or Heracles.
No, shush. Relax. Don't worry. Tomorrow night. But, tonight we need to be on this barge.
Tonight. All right. All right, I'll talk to my people who will talk to Dryland's people.
Oh, I have this design for the poster. And Gerald will slide across a picture of what is clearly our airship crashing into a giant robot.
So
I
an
know the
airship
events.
crashing into one of the stone statues of Waterdeep, basically.
Well, that one, that adamant,
yeah.
that big thing that we were
Yeah.
knocking over.
I
Oh, the
don't remember the
Volendad.
fight going quite that way.
Oh, this is an interpretation.
When did he get that to do? Like, when did he get that made?
Yes.
Turns out that Gerald is a little bit Leslie Knope and has a crafts binder.
Everyone who doesn't already have inspiration gets inspiration because I was not expecting this tonight, and it has been just so fun.
Yay! Thank you.
Alright, so Dances with Kobolds tonight at the Grand Jam. As you know, I am a representative of the glorious brother and sisterhood of minstrels, mimes, and various other entertainment acts. So, are these guys union?
Oh, totally. Our union badges are back on the ship, though. I have mine here, of course.
Wait, you have an airship and you haven't paid me up front?
Oh, no, it's not ours. We're
Loader.
I
Yeah.
assure you, he is completely sillerless. The airship was loaned to us from a friend.
See,
It was
I'm
the
completely in the
previous
cellar.
patron. He loaned us airship to allow us to travel about because we performed so well.
Uh-huh.
Very well.
We could hook you up with our patron when we're done.
And this patron's name is?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you have to be introduced personally.
I've heard that line before.
Yeah, but I made it this time.
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to tell him.
Can I? Should I?
Yes, you should.
Okay, I'll whisper the dragon's name in his ear.
So, wait a minute. I mean, Gerald, you're a good singer and all, but you stop blowing smoke up my ass.
Gerald will go and put his hands over Nosh's ears and whisper very quietly with the rest of the party can't hear, and inaudibly, with a lot of eyebrow wiggling, will give a very improbable story of conquering the dragon for love.
All right, roll me deception. Let's see how this works.
He gets a 19.
Oh!
So 30.
Perfect.
He's like, what? Oh my god! Oh, so what was it like?
Well, a gentleman never tells and a friend never asks. But, and then more eyebrow wiggling and whispers.
Ooh, they can just transform?
And I'll step back with, they can turn into anybody. Even a giraffe.
I am confused why it was always turning into Gerald, though.
All right. Thank you very much for your down payment. I'll make sure to get you on the Grand Dam tonight.
Oh, Nosh, how can I ever repay you besides how I have to repay you?
Double repay me?
Sounds good. Oh, it'll be worth it tonight. This is going to be a big payday.
Just don't leave me with a trash room in the middle of the night, buddy.
Oh, don't worry. No. And we will back out quickly before he can change his mind. Gotta prepare. These guys need new suits.
And with that, he'll finish up his drink and head back home.
What's the range on your fig leaf? He's gonna be mad.
Oh, it's expired by now.
I'm sure the bar has loner pants.
As they're walking away, Sasta whispers loudly, "What's a union?"
It's something that is usually highly corrupt.
I think it's a part between the transmission and the engine.
I like it already.
Either way, we are going to have to probably get these cards forged. I've got mine.
It's only like a gold to join. Come on.
Oh, okay, then we'll do that. Can't have you guys being scabs.
I feel like after fights, I'm
After fights, what?
Right, well,
Yeah. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, no, apparently I lost connection and then gained it back again for a moment there.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot. So,
Oh, whoa. Does anyone else hear us, though?
yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, now we
I-
can
You
hear you.
disappeared for a while.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we lost connection for a second.
There's a big thunderstorm that just hit here, so I don't know what's going on there.
We had a lot of rain like over the weekend.
I blame Doug Ford.
All right, and when you get your become members of the glorious brother and sisterhood of minstrels, mime, and other such entertainers, they teach you their slogan. An injury to one is the concern of all, and they make you repeat it.
I'm very concerned.
Wait, I'm only the one who always gets injured here. Why are you all not concerned about me?
We are concerned. We don't do anything about it. No way, I heal you all the time.
None of you but Gerald have any concern about it.
I haven't really had a
get
chance to
injured
heal
as
you,
well.
to be fair.
I just tend to be smarter about it.
You're gonna get hurt anyways. Like, you are a little accident prone. I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I usually cast things on you like enlarge or things that, buff you up and help you out rather than heal you. I
Fimble,
would have
you're
hoped
okay.
that was enough.
I
You're
feel
on
like
watch.
Heracles
on the-
doesn't appreciate us. I think we have to stop and discuss this as a party.
Really? Why do you feel that?
Oh, mostly it was a joke.
I appreciate you. If I didn't appreciate you, I wouldn't take all of those arrows and axes, hammers,
Rocks,
Fists.
don't forget
fire.
rocks.
Yes, fists, rats. Yes, all those. I wouldn't take those for you.
All those crotch shots, you're probably never having
Yes.
children.
It gets messy when, the children of God have children anyway.
Is that like a quarter god or like an eighth or?
Well, technically, the son of a god is a demigod, so I guess the son of a son of a god is also a semi-demigod.
What about the eighth son of the eighth son of a god?
I know, but you can be the seventh son of a god, and then get magic healing hand powers. My grandma told me. All right, so you're in the glorious city of Yatar. Is there anything you guys want to buy or prep for
Fancy
the night ahead?
clothes.
All right, so you guys all get fancy clothes. What do they look like?
Pimble gets this beautiful green.
No, we
Outfit.
have a theme. White.
White just makes me look fat and dumpy. I'm sorry. I'm going with green of the forest. That is what I follow, and that is what
Have you?
.
But Pimble. In the winter, the forest is white.
Not my forest. And the Smooth Loam group, we honor our god, Segojam Earthcaller, by wearing things that are green or brown. So I want green.
That a real
Oh,
I will purchase.
That is absolutely canon.
Yep.
I will purchase one white left-hand gauntlet and put it on. I will take off my normal, like, gray gauntlet and put on a white one.
Sasta's outfit's all going to be like, grays.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to gussy you all up. So, Heracles is getting the hat. Maybe some sort of bowler hat. To
Okay.
go with his white gauntlet.
Hongo needs a really nice top hat like Slash.
Oh,
Yes.
I think so too, and a cane.
And tinted glasses.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, that'll work.
and Shasta's kind of gray, so I'm gonna pick this big pink feather boa up off the wall, and there. No.
How does
You just turn and see everybody else in the group just shaking their head side to side.
Yeah. Okay, what about this gray boa? Okay, fine. Is there a pet store we could get a reticulated boa?
I think we have to go to Chult for that.
Okay, so what else do we need? I'm already pretty handsome, so that's good. I mean, nothing to work. There's nothing you can do there. I mean, it's just too perfect. I mean, look at
Wait. And I'll take out my my backpack and I'll dump it out and I'll cover Gerald's face with the backpack.
But how can they hear me sing? I am the brains
No.
and face of this operation.
You see, it's perfect. It covers up both your face and your singing.
Oh, shove it in your white cod piece.
All right, so you got fancy
We've-
clothes,
We've really wandered far off tonight.
Yep.
but it's fun though. The otherwise this would have been we sneak on blah 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 blah. But you're like, I know a guy in this town that's Nosh. It's blah blah blah.
Well, we're at Anatoly's right now. My favorite tailor in town. I am going to demand.
Wait, Anatolia? That's pretty far
Anatoly's.
away from here.
No, this is Anatoly. My guy who stitches things.
Well, he's very good. I don't have that feeling of shiviness that you usually get when you're trying on new clothes.
Oh, he's the best. Oh, Anatoly could measure your inseam from a block away.
And he
That does not sound right.
he does, and it's an exceptionally nice piece of clothing.
But Anatoly, do you remember the suit we discussed last time I was here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Black Mamba.
Oh, yes. Did you do? I needed some more materials. It's not quite ready yet, but do you want it?
Spare no expense. I must have the Black Mamba for tonight. Tonight, Anatoly.
All right. 100 gold pieces. I need
Wait.
the emeralds, or not?
Oh wait,
emeralds,
we've leveled up a bunch and I haven't
onyx.
spent any gold. Yeah, okay.
You should have a few thousand gold from like
Yeah.
the first few chapters of this adventure.
I haven't really been keeping track of it because we never spend it. It's all treasure points, so
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say you at least have like 100 gold. To
I
get
know
the
I do
onyx.
because we've leveled up enough times. I haven't spent it, so it's there.
You could just
Now-
purchase fancy clothing.
Yeah.
He wants the black mamba.
Yeah, I want the Black Mamba. So it's going to be like platform boots, all black leather, with a big kind of frill up around my shoulders.
Yep. That's
Gotta
what
dress to
happens.
impress.
And he spends the rest of the day working on the Black Mamba. But it is finished and most exquisite. Anatoly goes, I had to put in a special order from Chult for the fringe in the back, but you like it, sir?
In a day? How is that possible, Anatoly?
Ancient secret.
Oh, I know a tradesman's secrets and never to ask. And I will give him the Sicilian kiss on both cheeks and take away my garment bag.
And you do so.
You honor me, Anatoly. Mwah, a mwah.
Is this how they say goodbye in any of your places?
Nope.
No, that's something that we just don't do in public.
Well, I mean, you're not a very public person. You mostly... I've seen you cover your face when you eat.
Exactly. It's private.
All right,
All right.
so let's leave the Lower East Side.
You've never even been to the Lower East Side. And is there anything else you want to do to prepare?
Well, I mean, we should probably practice at least once.
Are you going to have your roadies assist?
Yeah, but they'll be kind of making sure these guys look good because they're actually musicians. Oh, you guys could like pretend to be playing the instruments and they'll be behind you.
Heracles will pull out his bagpipes and start playing.
Oh, it's Amazing Grace again.
Performance check.
Okay, I get that proficiency bonus to this because I am proficient in bagpipes, right?
Correct.
This is 3.
I mean, just grab a tambourine.
4 higher. That's 4 higher than I actually roll.
Not a...
Oh,
That
wait.
And Lauren, you have to grab a triangle. I like the idea of and hongo on triangle.
No, tambourine. Just tambourine.
Oh.
To be fair, he got a 4.
Appropriate.
You got a 4, though.
Oh,
I'm just going to try clapping hands and like snapping my fingers.
Oh, wait, you can just do illusions. You can do, like, fireworks.
All right, so Pimple casts montage, and they get better.
He can just play good sounds with his minor illusion.
Okay, you guys
Yeah,
are
he
doing
actually
okay,
could.
but sound more like this.
And Pimple knocks it out of the park with his illusion spells.
You mean like this?
It's the illusion that I have talented bandmates. Much better. Yes, Hongo. Yes. That's some excellent tambourine work.
You, with your casting of the spell montage, your group does magically get better, but it will only last for tonight. All right, so
You don't use any muscles for your bagpipe.
I've never heard bagpipes sound better than that, though.
I mean, in fairness, I've never heard them sound worse either.
is there anything else you would like to do?
Anything else we need to buy? I've got a bunch of treasure points.
Should we try and see if you can remember, do you know where Dryland's cabin is, or where does he reside on this boat?
Oh yeah, let's. Well, it probably doesn't live on the boat if it only goes out at night, right? He might have an apartment, or maybe he lives in a houseboat.
He does have an apartment. It's actually quite it's the boat is basically 3 tiers. There is a basement. There's sort of the main area, which is the gambling den and
The boat has a
restaurant.
basement.
Or if it was a regular house, it would be like a basement.
It has 3 floors.
3 decks.
It has the main hold, the gambling lounge, and probably the estate rooms.
And a
Yes.
basement.
You know that you cannot. Most people don't stay there, but he does. And you know that he you know that he has a pet octopus, and he has an aquarium. Its aquarium is in his apartment area, which is upstairs.
Well, I mean, so we could take out the octopus pretty quick if we have to, but he does this one party trick, so I'd rather not. He literally beat me 4 times at tic-tac-toe.
The octopus?
Oh yeah. Smart
That's just
bastard.
because you were letting him fill in 8 times as many squares as you.
No, we weren't playing bingo. That's the only place where an octopus would have a real advantage.
Uh-huh. So yeah, there's a lower deck, but that's mostly just the people rowing out and some storage area. There's sort of the main deck, which is where everything happens, and that's where he keeps his cabin or apartment, where he spends most of his days.
So, well, it's still the daytime. What is it, like afternoon now?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, it's like afternoon, and you're going on there at night.
So we'll, what else? We'll have to go back to Nosh at some point and get our stuff to get on the boat.
All right.
Anybody else? Ideas?
I'm
Concerns?
going to have my griff fly around the boat during the performance, close by.
Okay.
I can cast Arcane Eye and just scout out the entire ship that way.
And when are you going to do it?
Well, in between performances or before we perform, if there's a bathroom or if we have a change room or something like that. Maybe I'm not performing with you guys. Maybe while you're performing, I'll do that. I'll be.
You want to be up there performing with us.
I'm kind of more interested in gambling. I've never done that before. But that won't help us. That won't help us. That won't help us. Okay.
Ooh, Gerald will make a face at the gambling comment. Gotta watch this one. Oh wait, he's just gonna use his
I will
portent.
need a few minutes to do this. So
You just want to cheat at gambling with your portents, don't you?
no.
Well, that's what I would do. Why wouldn't you?
Do you think that would work?
Yes.
Oh, I
Wait.
wouldn't want to cheat. If I'm going to try gambling, I want to find out why people would enjoy it.
Oh, it's not cheating if it's your ability and your God's given gifts.
Now, you were the one saying that he had a woman who made sure people weren't magically cheating or something like that, didn't you? So I wouldn't
Yes, he
want to do
did.
that. That would probably get us all in trouble.
I mean, well, it might get you in trouble, yeah.
I don't want to be like this Rutherford fellow who was tossed overboard.
That's true. He was handsome, though.
If you have, if you put me in like a crate or something that you carried your instruments or music on, I could cast the spell from inside the crate.
So we want to do the trope where we smuggle you into a concert in a guitar case.
Pretty much.
I'm in.
I think he would just fit in a backpack.
I mean, he could just walk in behind us. He's supposed to be there.
I can cast Reduce on myself and
A whole
fit
minute.
inside something pretty. Well, yeah, for a whole minute. That's true.
I don't
Yeah,
know how spells work. What are you talking about? I've never played a wizard.
You know how long it lasts when I cast it on you.
Okay, so. Well, Steph, are we doing the rest of it tonight, or what time are you? Okay, Steph's just grabbing a drink. because we have to find out this place is connected to his disappearance. So it's probably not going to be as simple as just standing there and playing a kick-ass song. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to split up over the boat. So Gerald will draw a quick sketch of the boat layout.
Well, if I could even.
Well, you've never been up.
I could use my arcane eye before we even get on the boat. If we just go and hang out on the dock, I could send it through, and then once we're on the boat, it's going to be up to Hongo, I assume, to search his office and figure out what kind of secrets he's got hidden.
But with Arcane Eye, couldn't you cheat at cards and therefore they might be able to detect it as well?
That is a good point.
That's why we go do it during the day before anyone starts gambling at night.
Is it a person, Steph, or is it an item?
You don't know. All you know is that this riverboat is somehow connected to the disappearance. Because all you have is a coin.
No, I mean, is the anti-cheating thing a person or an item?
You wouldn't know that, but you remember Pao Ming coming over when you tried to do some sleight of hand cheating, came over and basically tossed you out.
Yeah, so Pimble would suggest that we go hang out on the dock in the afternoon or something, and he can cast it. It'll give him the general layout of the boat, and that's about it. But at least it would allow us to know just where Dryland's office is. Like, because without anybody else being on the boat, it won't give us like locations of guards and stuff like that. Because I'm sure it'll just be daytime staff moving stuff around. But it would at least give us a layout that I could tell Hongo.
And assuming, you were sketching and my background is being a member of the city guard, we'd be able to determine where likely patrols could.
Mm-hmm. Were you from Yatar or somewhere else?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, somewhere else. Somewhere else. I was from one of the bigger cities.
Okay. All right. You could get a rough sketch of at least the main deck, because that's where you spent most of your time. And this is where the sort of dining room is, with the purple tables. If you kind of zoom in towards near where you guys are, there's a kitchen. That's where you met Bessie. And then there's the casino itself behind the kitchen. And you wanted to cast Arcane Eye, Pimple?
Yeah, I'll cast Arcane Eye and basically just run it up on like the top floor, because I'm assuming that's away from the gambling area, and hopefully they don't have any spells or anything like that. So it would just to try and get a basic layout of the upper floor and see if I can figure out where his office is.
Okay. All right, you do so, and you realize that looking at the ship and the fact that it is in sort of the early afternoon, that you think you get what you're pretty sure is Dryland out of the ship, interviewing sort of common folk. You get the sense that he's looking for just like some temporary like wait staff or whatever to help staff for tonight. But you do cast Arcane Eye, and you look through the ship. Exposing more of the map. So down here, you notice there are stairs in the back and stairs in the front. There's hold, where all the the hold, the head, and you think it's, oh my god, it's gross that they basically put the head next to where they store the food.
Don't eat anything.
And then you go upstairs to the brig, You find in these 2 rooms are the main crew, and most of them are just sort of sleeping.
Why are they sleeping in the boat that only goes out at night?
Because they work all night.
Oh, they get to
You
live
mean
here.
work all day?
No.
Some old man sweating break your back.
These are like the deckhands. These are the actual crew of the ship. Not sort of the waiters and waitresses. They don't stay on there, but he stays with his crew. You also see Casphere Dryland's office. And you know what? I will put a token down. It's obviously the big one on this map upstairs. The cabin is a testament to bad taste. With its purple velvet curtains and scented candles and in gaudy candelabras. In the middle of the room is a large aquarium tank. The aquarium contains a coral reef, and you see the pet octopus. You also see beneath the aquarium that there's a shelf. You also see a silk hammock, a writing desk covered with quills and loose sheets of blank paper, a small table holding a silver wine decanter and matching goblet, and an iron stove. But then you see Lord Dryland enter this room. And you just see him go about his day. He takes off his rapier with a bejeweled octopus-shaped hilt on it. And you just see a guy going sort of about his business until suddenly his eyes bug out. And he appears to suddenly start having a conversation with no one else in the room.
Okay, I can't see it, but I can't hear it, but I can see it.
Yeah, you get the you know what, roll me, actually, you know what, you get the sense that he's getting some sort of telepathic message, but you don't know where he's getting it from. But you can't hear anything at all. And he just kind of goes, yeah, great, thanks. It appears like he's almost taking orders from whatever this voice is. And then you see him get grab his head as if he had a bad headache and go to bed.
Interesting. I will relay that. And so knowing where that is, I will describe the layout to Hongo so he'd be able to make his way up there later on. I will pass along that it appears he's telepathically communicating with somebody, and it takes some exertion.
Was it the octopus?
I don't think it was anyone in the room. I think it was someone from outside. I mean, it could be that Pao Ming, if she's as powerful a magic person as you think. But, I mean, it sounded like, or it seemed like he was a minion or a lower on the hierarchy, like he was taking orders from a boss or something like that. So
There's
I
always
don't
a bigger
know.
fish.
Presumably.
Well, I guess. Are we going to get much more?
If you want, we could continue and do
No, I
another
mean, are we
hour.
going to get much more information?
Oh, from this arcane eye spell?
Oh no, I canceled the arcane eye. That's it. That's about as much information as I want to risk getting. It was just to get the layout.
And then you saw that scene. So, last chance before we head on to the Grand Dam. Go, last call.
Nope.
Let's
I
do
can't
it.
think of anything.
All right, so dusk approaches. You guys get all dressed up in your finery, and you shove Pimble into a suitcase. Well, is it a suitcase or like a guitar
Well,
case?
they don't need to do that anymore because I've already cast the arcane
No,
eye.
but we do it anyway.
Well, yeah, and then I get out and say, we don't need to do this. I want to gamble.
Yes, but we have to stop you from gambling.
Oh, I mean, stuffing me in the cake now or in this box now is just a crinky winky. It's got no purpose.
Let the little one have his sin.
Oh, we'll put some air holes in the ball.
Ha ha ha. And you guys approach the Grand Dam and meet Nosh there, who is jazzed up in his sort of zoot suit finery. It's like, this is the guy I was talking to you about, Dryland.
Does he not remember me? No? Have I met him before?
I'm just gonna roll a random d20 and see. He sorta kinda remembers you. Yeah, you were here a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, and it's gonna be rocking tonight. Just you wait. We're gonna get those high rollers roll.
Alright. Whatever keeps them, whatever keeps the entertainment happy. What is your, act again?
Oh, we are a rock and roll, musical, audio-visual extravaganza.
Right, and that means, you sing, you mime, you...
We are a triple threat. We sing, we dance, and we have effects.
What sort of effects?
Is Pimble in the box?
Oh,
No, Pimble's right beside you. Pimble will prestidigitate and show off some sort of flashing lights and make some noises and sound.
Oh, that one's actually pretty talented. I like you, little guy. If you ever think about going solo, you're always welcome on the Grand Dam. People love the wizardy acts.
I will certainly think about that. I'm working on a mind reading act right now, which it's going pretty.
Just as long as you don't do it on the on the dealers. Remember that.
Never.
Most dealers don't know what cards they're dealing themselves.
Still, though.
All right. So, where will we be setting up for this evening?
Well, you're the opening act, so just like before, you'll be setting up on the Golden Goose stage, which is towards the back staircase on the map.
Yep.
And you'll be opening for what was her name? The up and coming singer.
Oh, don't tell me. Is it? Oh, I can't remember her name.
Yolanda Satriani. Weren't you two together when you were here last time? Didn't you have like a joint act
Could everybody give me a perception check for grinding teeth? Yes. Yes, you hear my grinding teeth. I mean, if you don't, everything including a 1 can hear my teeth grinding at this point.
Oh, I'm totally going to go hit on her.
All the power to you. She is the spawn of all things that spawn. Like, if it's bad and it spawns, she spawned it.
Oh, I'm just going to make sure she knows that I'm your friend.
I wouldn't. She's manipulative. She'll use you. She hates men.
Does she hate men or does she hate you?
Yolanda, you heard my speech about Spawn, right? One day I'm just gonna burn this whole place to the fucking ground.
While this is happening, Pimble is going to open his third eye for the first time, and he is going to open his mind, and it allows him to see invisibility. So I can now see any invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet of me.
Oh, nope.
You can see Heracles' tail.
So, and that lasts until a short or long rest. So it's just up and going, just in case.
You don't happen to have Rarity's telepathic bond, do you?
Nope.
Damn.
I believe he's taking at least one divination spell every level.
Yeah.
Love
Which
the
I'm pretty
flavor.
much out of. Scrying was basically the last one.
Yeah, I'm running into that problem myself on Scald.
All right. So, you guys are welcome on board, and you get set up in the like the green room. You guys don't get your own room, and you see Yolanda got her own dressing room. Has a little sign on it that says Yolanda.
As we walk past it, I am going to. Can I use? Let me just see. I'm just checking. No, it doesn't do smells. So I am going to use thaumaturgy to make a sound under the door that she finds very annoying.
Do you
You
want
talking?
It does sound like you.
I'm sorry.
talking.
Like really annoying. I don't know.
What?
What annoys you? Oh, when I make this sound. Ah!
Jesus Christ, Ian.
Well, actually, I can pick up Rory's telepathic bond. It is a 5th level divination spell.
Yay!
It's divination?
Yeah. So's identify.
That one makes sense, though. Really,
Yeah.
telepathic bond, kind of.
Telepathic bond. Well, it's telepathy, so you're digging into people's minds.
Heracles will knock on her door.
And
No, keep going. Keep moving.
all right, so you keep moving, but Heracles.
Keep pushing him. I'm pushing Heracles,
All right, you Heracles, you knock on the door.
and I push him away.
Well, contested strength checks. Let's do this.
Yes, let's see this.
I would like to cash in my inspiration.
No, this is. Do you remember in Scrubs whenever JD tries to do anything physical? It's like that.
It is absolutely. You don't even need to cash in your inspiration. It's just kind of pathetic, and you hear someone, a woman on the other side of the door, go, who is it?
I'm Heracles, son of Torm.
Oh, is it a fan? Are you a fan?
I'm still trying to push him, and my feet are sliding on the floor.
I have someone out here who'd be very interested in meeting you.
Pushing harder.
And I'll grab him by the scruff of his neck.
No, I got a bit.
He knows you.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, all right. And then you see a young, very beautiful, very attractive woman. Pretty tall, actually.
Taller than
with-
Gerald?
I'm going to say yes, taller than Gerald.
Oh, that wouldn't bother. No, that's not a Gerald thing.
But I'm going to say taller than Gerald anyway.
He was hitting on giants.
Yes, my friend Gerald here.
Okay, so as the door opens and I'm pushing on Heracles' chest trying and I can't go anywhere, I will smoothly slide around so now I'm leaning on his chest like, hey!
My friend here, he says he knows you and he never stops talking about you. We heard you were on the boat and I thought I would make sure he got a chance to see you again.
Oh,
And I'll
Heracles,
hold Gerald in
you're
place.
so thoughtful.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I'm very glad you're able to come see me perform today. I really have been practicing hard on my new routine. And she sort of looks down at you, Gerald, and she kind of doesn't recognize you. She's like, and I'm so sorry. Who might you be?
See, I told you she wouldn't know me, Heracles.
Oh, right, Gerald from school. How have you been?
Oh, trying to write the new hits. How's the bubbling pool?
Oh, I had my bath a while ago, but the baths in here are actually quite lovely. How about you?
Hot as Satan, yes, I know.
What was that?
Nothing. No, we're quite good, and it was quite nice to see you, and Heracles just wanted to stop in, but we really must be going. Our special effects machine needs some debugging before we start.
Oh, it's so great to see you, again, Gerald, and it looks like you've come really far from school.
Oh, I know we can't all steal songs. And it was nice to see you, and oh, motherfucking bitch. Okay, good. Yeah, great. Die in a pit.
Bye-bye!
Heracles is trying to contain his laughter.
Winthrop, or the god, no, not Winthrop, Gerald. Whoops.
Heracles, I'm gonna wait till you're riding a horse across a bridge, and I'm gonna hypnotic pattern it off the cliff.
Gerald, I ride a griffin.
Oh, that makes it much easier.
Hypnotic pattern it into a cliff.
I don't even have to wait for the bridge.
I love you too, Gerald.
Oh,
Do you want
And
me
Heracles
to
gives him a
steal
nugget.
something from her and make it be very obvious that it is out in plain sight?
what?
Like steal her unmentionables and hang them from the rafters?
No, just steal one of her songs, Hongo. Jesus. I
Well-
mean, Tom.
Well, stealing her mentionables might be fun.
She's already stole my dignity, so to be fair.
Heracles, you remembered that she had two very muscly guards in her room as a part of her retinue.
Oh, okay, by muscly guards, are they stronger than me?
Um,
Are they stronger than me?
You feel that
But
they are.
keep in mind, I have a 16 strength. But I'm proficient in athletics.
Expertise.
It's expertise.
You think that they're pretty similar to you guys, actually.
It's the two models from Letterkenny.
You just have to not get caught.
I mean the hockey buys?
No, remember when she has the two models that keep saying they're fat? I'm Chubby Chubberson. Well, I'm the Chubby of Chubberton. She's got
Yeah.
two shirtless guys. Yeah.
You get the sense that they're all of equal level and power level to you.
We could take them.
Well, definitely.
Why were we here again?
Oh, entirely so I can do that.
Anyway, is there anything you want to do before you go out on the stage? You are the second warm-up band.
Wait. We're the second warm-up band?
On a Wednesday?
Big show.
Yes, basically, since Nosh was able to catch Lord Dryland's ear, he also shoved another act in as well as sort of a backup plan in case you guys sucked. Something.
In
someone...
case.
Well, we are gonna suck. I won't. We are.
So the Bonsais, Buckaroo Banzai and the Hong Kong Cavaliers go up first. And they perform a solid, decent set. And you can hear clapping polite clapping all around.
Should we cast minor illusion to do flat notes every now and then?
This isn't to Yolanda. Yolanda's after you guys.
Oh no, I'm so pissed. We're at a scorched earth policy at this point. No other musicians survive these crusades.
Okay, so the first band goes off pretty much without a hitch, and now it's your turn.
All
Heracles
right.
pops out his bagpipe.
I'm going to go ahead.
I'm going to, of course, cast my prestidigitation. I can use it to make the sound of drums. So that is what I am adding to this band.
All right.
So you're Pimble Collins?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
No, he's Pimble Grohl. Dave
Grohl, you mean?
Oh, Dave
Neil Pimble.
Head Nugget.
Either way.
All right, so you bring the sound of drums.
And Winthrop will. Gerald will walk up to the mic. All right. Are all you sexy ladies here ready for the swinginest, banginest band this side of... Shit, where are we?
Tara, where are they?
Faerun.
Faerun's a continent.
Is it?
We are on a side of Faerun.
Yeah.
You can either say this side of the Anauroch Desert.
This side of the Anauroch Desert, I give you Gerald and the Dances with Kobold Trio! And begin playing.
All right, so roll me a performance check. Just
all of us, or
well, so I'm going to start with just Ian. All right, and you know what? Everyone
That's
was
pretty
kind of. You do get a couple heads peeking up and actually paying attention for you instead of their cups and their games.
He rolled a 30.
yeah, he can do that. That's the second 30 he's rolled tonight, technically. I mean, part of it was pinball, but
I'm useful.
And people are actually starting to pay attention to you. Now, for this part, Gerald, what song do you start off with?
We are gonna play my newest hit, Led Zeppelin into a Robot. Well, Red Dragon Zeppelin into a Robot. A stirring ballad about crashing an airship into an evil robot.
You get a few arched eyebrows, but hey, they're kind of drunk. They're into it. All right.
Oh god, are we Dragon Force?
yeah. No, we're the fantasy equivalent to Dragon Force
But without the impressive
in his mind, but not really.
I mean, one of us is impressive.
Kimball, you can keep the drums going. But do you, set out a little illusion show of like a Red Dragon Zeppelin?
I'd say we're more like This Is Spinal Tap.
Well, no, I was asking if Pimble wanted to do an illusion of that.
I can't do that and keep the drums going because it's minor illusion that's causing the drums. So if there's a break when he's singing, yeah, I'll throw up a small illusion of a dragon.
I thought you could have up to 3 instances of minor illusion up at once.
That's what I thought.
But no 2 of the exact same type.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
And also, we can just hand wave it as well. It just would appear, would it be like cool for him to say that, and then boom, there's an illusion of it like right above his head.
Nope. I can't keep more than one thing going at a time. But yeah,
Was he,
so
like, prestidigitation or something?
yeah, that's prestidigitation. So yeah, so
Ah.
just as he's singing, I mean, I can always do a short break in the drums and do an image and stuff.
You probably would have taken a break while he was talking. So, boom, go and illusion away. Alright, so, you start singing. Who wants to try and support the singing? You already have
I
awesome
will back it
illusion.
up with
Okay.
bagpipes.
Oh,
I would like to ask Pimple for that 19, but I would also, if he doesn't give it to me,
I
like
already used
Oh.
it on
Oh,
Gerald for this deception check.
I would like to use it. I would like to use my inspiration.
You don't have
On
to
my
call it.
performance
You don't
check.
have to call it out beforehand. I don't care. Just roll it, then
All
decide.
right, so this is advantage and 4 higher than I actually rolled.
All right.
15,
You mean 14, right?
14.
Well, you said 4 higher, right?
Yeah, 4 higher.
With I'd say with the 3 elements, that's a pretty solid job. You get a bit, scared because this is your very first time out on stage.
quiet, Ringo. You're lucky we let you still play the drums.
And I would also like to put on a performance for the ladies and flex while I do so. Peck dance, and bagpipes.
Okay, you could. You know what? I'm going to leave this as skill challenge up to you. Do you want it to be athletics? Do you want it to be?
Athletics.
All right, roll me an athletics check and see how well you do. Ho ho ho! And with that, pretty much, a good chunk of the ladies and some of the dudes are entranced with your muscular form. And then you
And
see...
Pimble will levitate him and raise him up as he's doing this.
Ooh,
Is
yes.
Yolanda in the audience and looking?
Oh, yes, and Yolanda's kind of keenly interested in
You can
what...
steal this song.
in what you in particular, Heracles, are doing, and she kind of gives you a wink.
I wink back.
You're playing with fire. This is like, who's Torm's Hera?
Not no clue. So you hear a lot of gasps and oohs from the audience as you complete this this first song. What's your next song?
Oh, that's a good idea. What else have we done? The Giants go down to George's house.
I always said the Giants go down to Tribor.
There we go.
All right, so Pimble flashes an illusion up. All right,
Well,
so
I start off with a shower of sparks.
Nice. Is the wall of fire still behind you?
No, that was a joke. That's why I wrote it and didn't say it.
Oh, okay. So suddenly there's a bunch of sparks, and an illusion comes up. So, next, Hongo and Sasta, how are you assisting in this song? Because Heracles is already putting on a really nice show for those into the masculine form.
So I guess for the backup dancers, Hongo.
Yep.
All right. Where does my sheet go? There it is.
Roll me some performance checks. With advantage.
No, I'm using inspiration on that.
But you have advantage, so do that first. Then use your inspiration.
Inspiration is.
I have
with advantage.
advantage?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I totally decided you guys should have advantage because, you have Pimble assisting, you have Heracles.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Okay. Let's see. Performance.
He just
Oh,
keeps
just the one.
crotch thrusting over and over.
A 9's better than nothing.
I got 13.
Sasta, you do a pretty solid little jig. It's not a wowzers, but
I'm river dancing, guys.
you're river dancing, yeah. And Hongo,
Kicks Pimble off the stage.
you are trying your hardest, but everyone's still kind of staring at Heracles oh so nicely. So they don't quite notice your missteps.
All 20 of them?
Yes.
Wait, sorry, all 11 of them?
Yes. Alright, so that song ends, and what's the next song?
Wow, we're really warming up the crowd. Let's go with a song about that town that we saved where they got pummeled by all the rocks.
We didn't really save the town.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them got eaten.
Golden Fields.
And didn't someone else copyright that song?
No.
That's a different one.
That was a... Oh, wait. Bryn Shadar. The hero of Bryn Shadar. Pimble.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Yolanda stole that song.
You don't know if she stole it. They just heard it from another person.
Yeah, no. We performed it, then she performed it slightly better, and they
Slightly.
liked her version better, and thus they assumed it was her
Yeah,
song.
she stole it.
Alright,
Fair
so,
enough.
Slightly better.
so to end this set, you pick that song, and you're just...
We're gonna do better than her.
You're evil staring Yolanda in the eye. It's kind of like the scene in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, where his ex-girlfriend comes out on stage and the evil ex is up on stage as well, and they're just staring daggers at each other.
Doesn't that happen in like every one of their encounters?
True, but this is up on stage.
All right, roll.
Performance.
I would like to pick him up,
Do I have
and-
advantage?
give him advantage by like having him be taller, and therefore more impressive.
Oh, I know a way. Okay, yep. 24 will do it. And do you introduce the Pimble?
The hero? Yes.
The
well,
hero.
so as he picks me up, I'll pick up Pimble and hold him up even higher. Wait, I can't play, but I can sing.
This is just your introduction, and we even have the hero of Bryn Shadar, Pimble, with us tonight. We were there. We saw it. And then we composed this song. The crowd goes wild.
Written by me, composed by me.
And you see just Yolanda smiling and clapping her hands innocently along to the tune. Is there anyone who'd like to assist in the song?
Can I switch to like cheerleader picking him up? Like, you know, him standing with my hands above my head,
Yes.
holding him up like
And
that.
can I help?
Yes, you can.
And then I'll pull my guitar out from my back and start playing while I'm standing up there.
I thought you had Pimple up there.
Well, we might drop him. He was just up for the introduction, right?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what exactly you guys are doing.
Well, I mean, we could do that thing where there's the two people standing on top of one person where they go out, like they go off to either side.
Keep in
Uh,
mind, Pimble's small, you are not.
Yeah, I know. That's why that won't work.
Well, he's
Although
short.
technically I am tall.
But yes, so we'll do that, and Pimble can do his performance.
All right, yeah. And I will, I can make more sort of a shower of sparks. I can make a symbol appear on that. I'll make the symbol of Bryn Shadar appear just sort of floating around us as well.
And in the crowd, there's actually someone from Brenda Shadar, and they're like, yeah, it was really him. Ooh, and you just hear the crowd start going, chattering amongst themselves and going wild, and you end your set.
And the last thing I will do is, in my hand, there's a small illusory image of a giant that I will clap in my hands and smash, and as it smashes, the sparks fly out of it.
Woohoo! You get a standing ovation, Pimble, for that.
All right.
Then you get off the stage. Yolanda comes on and does her sets. Not singing the Pimble song. But it's all very beautiful and elegant. She does some dancing as well. And everyone's very delighted to watch her
Don't
performance.
fall for it. Don't fall for it, Heracles.
And she's-
Heracles watches.
She do not.
winks.
She is Satan. She
Guys-
will bore inside you like a gnomish boring machine through the earth, straight to your brain, and
It doesn't seem that boring, honestly.
Gerald, is this what you feel like when you perform? I'm so just full of just energy, and the crowd like that. What
oh, this is nothing. Wait till there's a crowd of girls at your dressing room.
Wait, don't we all
go
share a
to
dressing
the
room?
Dressing room.
Yes, you guys are gonna find this very awkward.
Shasta has no problem. She's more than happy watching.
Heracles, you and Yolanda share a lot of winks. You're getting the sense that she's nowhere near as bad as Gerald's mentioned.
I would like to insight that.
Spawn!
Can I insight the DM?
Sure you can. I would like to insight check the DM.
You, from your very limited interaction with her and her interaction with other patrons, you seem to think that he's that Gerald is definitely, at the very least, exaggerating.
Yeah, you'll think I'm exaggerating when You'll know when it happens. Good luck, buddy. I'll slap him on the back. I'm going to the dressing room. I am washing my hands. Oh, no, that was a metaphor of the situation, not because I touched Heracles, but sweat. Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands.
All right, and with that, your sets are complete. What do you do now?
Well, we've got to...
I assume we need to find evidence in this guy's room.
There's a connection somewhere here to the guy we're looking for, and Buddy was strange, so yeah.
Also, Pimble, you would definitely remember this, being a divination wizard. You remembered that the vision you had the vision Zephyr had of Hecaton had him sort of surrounded by octopus tentacles. That guy has a rapier with a gigantic octopus on it and an octopus pet.
There's a theme.
There's a
All
there's a
right.
theme here. Ding 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 ding
Do you
ding
fear
ding.
death?
The death.
Do you like
see.
ghost stories?
All right. I guess I will begin to move up and scout out his room. So
I'll try and coach Pimble at proper gambling, and we'll start questioning the high rollers.
I'm assuming I can get up at least.
So what you want to
here.
do is put all your money on red.
Don't be doing that, lad. Split it half and half, black and red.
All
Don't
right,
do
roll
that.
me a
Put it all on
stealth
black.
check.
All right, I'm moving slowly at approximately 15 feet per every 6 seconds. So that
Okay.
means I get advantage.
All right. Holy shit. All right.
Expertise. I have a +12.
Jesus.
You are able to very quickly and very quietly get up to this sort of balcony area here. You see like one or two couples whispering to each other in the night, looking out onto the river and the starry sky. And they don't even notice your presence.
You see the effect that Gerald has on people?
Funny, Gerald isn't up here with anyone.
No, my
I'm going to move
myself.
up here to what I assume is a curtain right there.
Yeah, it's a curtain.
All right. I am going to peer around the corner for signs of guard.
All right. There's basically
Guards or any other
Nope,
sort of
nope.
security measures.
Nope, there's none up here.
Interesting. I will slink up to, I believe this silver thing is a door.
Yes, that is a door. Let me see.
I will check it for signs of anti-tampering devices, magical traps, mundane traps, security measures that would signify someone has opened the door without permission.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Yes, that is baby Heidi.
Okay, that was a 10, guys.
You think it's actually pretty... The door's locked, but... there's no
All right.
traps.
I will look around again, assuming no one is coming. I assume I don't have to roll to just look down, up and down the hallway.
Yeah, there's no one.
All right.
And also,
Please.
you're pretty stealthy. You get the sense that it's a time of the night where they're more concerned with what's going on in the dining hall and what's going on in the gambling den, and that's where most of the guards are. They're just trying to make sure a lot of people aren't cheating or anything like that. There's not much up here, so they don't really patrol this area at all.
All right. Thieves' tools. Yeah, that's a 31.
You are able to do it rather quickly. All right, so you enter.
All right. So yeah, I enter into the room then. I will close the door. Does it lock behind me?
I want to... Sure.
It does?
I don't know. Did that technology even exist back then?
Well, it's more yeah, is there an auto latch on it, or is it just a standard, one and done?
I think that you can see there's actually two latches. There's like an extra sort of, like one of those bars.
Okay. So I will temporarily just lock the door, but I won't latch it. I'm going to check to see if these windows open.
I'm going to say... It doesn't say if the window's open or not. So I'm going to say sure. Why else would you have a window?
Okay. I'm going to make sure it's unlocked and ready to open at a moment's notice. Then I'm going to bar the door.
All right.
So this way, if someone comes, I will have a moment of time between them opening the door and finding me in here to allow myself to jump out the window and potentially off the boat.
Okay.
All right. So, looking about, any interesting things I should look for, both based on what we heard before or what we heard and saw before via the arcane eye, or what is in front of me now that might have changed since then.
It's basically almost the same. You remember that Pimble did say that the interior was exceptionally gaudy, and oh god, it is gaudy. He was not kidding. You see a desk with some papers on it. There's the aquarium with this shelf underneath.
There's a shelf underneath the aquarium?
Like, it's like a table. It's like the aquarium's on a table, and there's a shelf in the table part. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a raised surface with a shelf underneath the tank.
Yes. Yes.
That's fine. Okay. All right. So I will look around for anything of interest that would be useful to us in our day-to-day lives and our quest, because I am all about making the most of what is available to me.
Okay, so what you see, you don't really see that much at all. You can sort of glimpse through the papers, and it's mostly just like business stuff, memos, etc., etc. So you can roll me an investigation to quickly like decipher these business documents. See if there's anything interesting.
All right. Woohoo!
You get the sense from looking over these business documents that there's maybe some money laundering involved, and he's not cashing out as much as he should be. But other than that,
I'm gonna shit those into my breast pocket.
all right, roll me a perception check really quick.
Oh, jeez.
You're sort of like really deep in thought with these papers. And all of a sudden you hear a click at the door of someone trying to get back in.
All right. Well, I'm going to abandon my search temporarily, jump out the window. Is it possible to close it after me?
I'm going to say sure because you're very stealthy and very...
All right. And then I'm going to hide out of view to see if I can overhear anything from the other side.
All right, so roll me a stealth check.
Do I get advantage for not having moved too fast? Or did I move too
Sure, you
fast?
get advantage.
Wait, let me see here. 5, 10. I only moved like 15 feet, so I'm good.
Sure.
28.
Oh, and with that, you know what? You're a big guy, but honestly, you are like the wind some days. And all you hear is the dryland going, huh? Huh? Did you put the latch? You said you did the latch, or did you
Not fully, but enough that there's a small crack, but not enough that it will be easily noticeable. So sound will carry.
Oh, okay. Well, if you just had the key, would you be able to get in?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was locked so enough that I'd hear the jingle of the key and the turn of the lock, so I could dive out. And...
Yeah, so you hear Dryland kind of cursing, like, what the hell? And then it finally kind of busts open. And he's like, huh. And, but other than that, you just, hear General, you hear him go, just sort of, you hear him take a big bag of gold and just sort of start counting it and double checking all how much is in there. And you hear him mutter to himself, one of these days, I'll be the Water Baron of Yartar, and all those little pissants downstairs are gonna have to bow to me. And then that's it.
Okay, I hope everyone else heard that very well. I couldn't.
Oh.
Because I would.
I heard it.
Well, it's because I have you muted on Discord because I'm sitting 4 feet away from you, but you were saying it very quietly, so I couldn't hear it well.
Oh, yeah, because he's just kind of like having a frustrating day, and you mutter like, one of these days, sort of under your breath. Did anyone else hear it?
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have informed everyone of that because it sounded like it was something important.
Wait, are we on Rary's telepathic bond?
We are not. But later, when I'm recounting exactly what happened, I would inform you of this.
And you all know that the Water Baron is basically the person in charge of Yartar. It's a big, very important, it's basically like the Lord of Yartar, I think. Kara is allowed to correct me.
Honestly, I haven't really come across Yartar very much, aside from a geographical location. Nothing's really taken place in there, as far as I can remember. But yeah, that sounds right.
So, okay, you guys all sort of reconvene downstairs. Is there anything anyone else wants to do really quickly?
Oh, Sassa's just drinking and getting her ass drunk.
Heracles
Okay.
is gonna go knock on Yolanda's door.
Sign of the cross.
All right, and you see, coming, and the door opens, and you see like her throat sort of wrapped up with like a scarf, and she's out of her ensemble and into something a bit more comfortable.
Okay, Heracles is going to attempt to get into the room.
How is he going to attempt to do that?
Hey, would you like to maybe go inside and reminisce about Gerald, and then wink?
And she'll wink back. Those two bodyguards are still there. And she says, "Oh, I was so proud of you, proud of Gerald up there. We went to Bard school together. He always was trying so hard to prove himself."
We went to Bardyard.
Oh, he hasn't stopped trying to prove himself.
Oh wait, you already have inspiration.
No, I used it.
No, I was talking Gerald. Yes, Bardyard. And I'm happy. He seems like he has come a very long way, musically and socially. But I don't think I caught your name the first time around.
Oh, I'm Heracles, son of Torm.
Nice to meet you, Heracles. Son of Torm. What an interesting little act.
Oh, it's not an act. I'm the son of Torm.
Oh, a method actor. I see. I see.
From down the hallway. It's an act!
I almost, sometimes, occasionally, I'll get like this little tingle in the back of my neck, like someone's trying to curse me from far away. But, you said you wanted to chat?
Yes.
All
And I
right.
will wink again.
And-
Very unsubtly.
And
Heracles has literally never done this.
she will wink back and tell her guards, Hera, Han, why don't you, take a stroll for a little while, and then we'll fade to black.
Thank you.
I was just about to say, so was Heracles truly an innocent? Like, wow.
Oh,
He was a little acolyte boy.
is he? Is
Shock and
this?
awe.
Wow.
I thought you were gonna do, Steph, the bit from Truman Show where the curtains blow in.
I never saw the Truman Show.
Well, there was a show about a guy named Truman, and he
I
didn't
know.
realize he was part of a show.
I know basically the whole plot, which is why I haven't watched it. But
It's
is-
good.
do we
You
have
should watch it.
Do we have an Alistair situation here, Heracles?
I guess
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, I think so.
like
Oh my
barbarian.
God.
Do I need to roll this to
Well,
No.
Are you gonna give her a rose now?
It's gonna come back and bite you.
Anyway, Heracles will be indisposed for the rest of the evening.
She stole a song from me. What's she gonna take from you? A son?
Oh God, no.
Oh.
Did they teach
Wow.
birth? Let's hope they taught birth control at the acolyte, the seminary. Anyway,
With a bracelet called seminary, do you think they taught them about birth control?
Oh, she's got her ways. Don't worry about that.
anyway,
I'm not going to make the joke.
now everyone wants to hear the joke. It's okay. But while Heracles is away doing something, you will actually you get all caught up on everything, and Dryland will actually come up to you, Pimble, and say, "Ah, are you the hero of Bryn Shaddar? They say you mind melded or something with one of the other giants and made it attack its buddies. However, did you do that?"
Oh, Gerald, who's been with him, because we were gonna go gambling, right?
Oh, I assume all of you but Heracles are together.
Oh, okay, no, I'm gonna. As Pimble's manager, yes, he was a great asset in that fight, and truly the hero.
I'd rather hear it from Pimble. And you get this sort of aside cough going, "Oh, I see what Yolanda was talking about."
And Pimble will say, "Well, I looked into this creature's mind, and I was luckily able to bend its will to my own, and it allowed our allies to do most of the real work. I mean, our good friend." And he sort of looks around for Heracles and realizes he's not there, and just says, "I mean, our good friend Hongo, is one of our large burly fighters and was able to actually get up and fight them sort of toe to toe, which, that kind of humdurgeon is the kind of thing I could never do on my own. But, I do what I can."
Oh, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. There's always something to be said for brawn, but I always found that true strength lies in intelligence.
Oh, I agree. I believe, living to be a grand old snotter is the best thing one can really hope for. I mean, knowledge is just such a great goal in and of itself.
Snotter.
That means wise.
My grandmother used to say that. Where are you from exactly?
Well, I'm from a small little group of gnomes. The Smooth Loam community. We're just outside of one of the forests near the great city of Waterdeep. But I mean, I can't really tell you much more. I mean, unless you're a gnome, you basically just walk right past it and don't even notice it.
It's interesting, most interesting. You know what? Towards the end of the night, why don't you come up to my quarters and we'll discuss making your act a little bit more permanent. How about that?
I would love that. Where is your office?
Oh, it's right upstairs. You take the back balcony. Watch out for people making out, though.
Casting couch. Oh, excuse me, I went down the wrong throat.
This is totally what Yolanda was talking about.
I would be more than happy to discuss that at your convenience. It'd be very exciting.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Just come right upstairs and we'll have a conversation. The world could use not only my barge, but the world could use capable people just like you.
And Pimble blushes, but a small plan starts forming in his mind.
Ha ha ha. All right, it's 10. Okay,
now-
go ahead.
Just no. That's actually it's good. He'll save that question for.
Okay, so right now it's 10:30, so we've been doing this about 3 hours. Do you want to put a pin in this, or do you guys still want to keep going? I know we only play it once every other week now. Or is this?
I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a very good stopping point.
Wow, guys, this was so fun.
Why is the boat rocking? It's not all just. The
No, no, no.
river.
All I can picture is in the morning, Heracles doing the exact same thing Liliana does in the first Dragon Age, the morning after.
I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever actually romanced Liliana.
Basically,
walk of shame?
she's she's watching the player character and just goes, "Hi,"
That's weird.
like creepily watching. Is like, okay, yeah, we just slept together, but you don't have to make it look like you're, watching me.
Oh, you know what? Probably. All right. So, we will not be playing tomorrow or Sunday because it's Easter Sunday. But next week on Thursdays we start. What's the name of the new campaign, Patrick?
I am simply calling it right now. It's the Icewind Dale campaign.
Tuesday.
And next week we're also playing on Tuesday, Resdelian, using Matt Colville's Stronghold and Follower rules.
Eventually, you need to get an actual stronghold before you can use it.
And followers, probably.
I already
Well,
have
followers will
rules.
come. Technically, everyone has whatchamacallsums.
Retainers.
Thank you. Yes, those.
I have, remember Carrie Trues? My really buff with Dragonborn paladin guy? Yep. Alright, and with that, I will end the stream. So I would like to thank everyone who came out tonight. I would like to thank Jingle the Fool, who's a part of the Heroes Wanted network, for coming out tonight and giving out some bits. I would also like to thank 12 for 10 cents as well for hanging out in the chat. And I would also like to thank those who are watching: Apricot Droopfruit, Commander Root, Electrical Longboard, Eraser TX, I already said talked to Jingle, Party Wipe Games, Taid, and Zane Kyber. We will see you next week on Tuesday for Resdelian. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye-bye!